my name's Andy Hillier, and in this video I'm going to give you a proper guitar lesson on how to play the guitar solo from Stairway to Heaven. Classic song by Led Zeppelin. It's a great guitar solo. I'm going to break it down properly and teach you it like a proper guitar lesson. If you want to hear me playing it all the way through, I've done a cover version, so you go and have a listen to that. I'll leave a link in the description and a card above. So I'm going to teach you the solo, but just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notification so you see my new videos when they come out. And I do love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comments section. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this and loads of other songs, then you can support me on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Okay, so the first line sounds like this. Right, we need to break it down. The first phrase sounds like this. So to play that, we're going to do G7 with the third finger. And we're going to bend it up a tone, so it sounds like fret 9. We then play E5 with the first finger. B8, I like to use my little finger. You could use your third finger, but we're going to pull off to B5. So B8 pulls off to B5. So I like to use my little finger, pulling off to my first finger. You might prefer to use your third finger. That's fine as well. We then go on to the next string up, the G string, and we're going to do G7 and pull off to G5. And then down to a D7. So far from the beginning, you've got... We then jump back down a string, so we played D7, we're going to jump down to G7 and pull off to G5. Then up a string to D7, pull off to D5. And then I'm using my little finger again on A8. So all the notes there, apart from the A8, are in the A minor pentatonic scale, if you know that shape. Okay, so the first phrase goes... really slowly. And up to speed. So it's quite fast. You're probably going to have to practice that round to get it up to speed. But start slow, make sure you can play it, and gradually build up the speed on that. Okay, so the first phrase. Then we've got this. So for that we've got a B8, and we're going to bend it up a tone. I'm using my third finger, second finger to help it up. And then I'll hit my little finger on E8 and just play two E8s like that. Make them a little bit staccato. I then switch to my third finger because I'm going to do a bend, and I hate bending with my little finger. I only bend with my third, second or first fingers, most of the time anyway. So we're going to bend up that E8 up a tone, and then play E8 normally, and then an E5. So if we go from the bend on the B8, you've got... So you see there, I bend up with my third finger, and then I use my little finger on the two E8s, and then I jump to my third finger to do the bend. And then there's the next E5, and it jumps into a B8. So you play E5, and then use your third finger to slide up to B10. So E5, quick jump to B10. So that's quite fast there. If you struggle to do that, you could just go straight to that B10 and play it, because it's just like a little like flam, if you like. Then the next phrase goes... So we're going to play E8, E10, pull off to E8, up a string and play B10, pull off to B8, then G10 with the third finger, then back to the B string, B8, and hammer on to B10. So the E8 before bar 4 goes. faster. Slowed down. Let's go from the beginning of the line up to there slowly. Here we go. Bit faster. Actually, that was pretty close to the speed of the track. Then the next phrase, just to finish off that line, goes. Okay, so a G7, you're going to bend it up a tone, then play E5, B8, pull off to the B5. So you play B8, pull off to B5, and then a G7, normal. So you got slowly, that'd be up speed. So quite fast that bit. Okay, so let's do the whole line. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. And let's try it slowed down. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And one more time up speed. 2, 3, 4. Okay, on to the next line, and we've got this. Okay, quite a tricky line here, so let's slow it down. So, G5, D7, so using my first finger, then my third finger, then jump the finger down to a G7 and pull off to G5. So you got, so make sure you can play that. We're then going to play D7, pull off to D5, then up to A7, and then back to a D5. Okay, so if we go from the beginning of that line, first 8 notes go. And then we're going to go up to the D7 with the third finger. So the first 9 notes go. And they're all semiquavers apart from that D7, which is going to be a quaver. So it's going to last a little bit longer on that D7. And then we've got, which is G5, D7, and then G5 twice. So it goes. And I'm going to put the 0 in bar 6, like the open G on the end of that. So it goes. So an open G. So the first note of bar 6, if you like. So let's go from the beginning of the line up to that first note of bar 6. So slowly it goes. Bit faster. Bit faster. And up speed. We then go, which is playing E5, B8, pull off to B5, G7, pulls off to G5, and then a D7. So it goes. Just going down a minor pentatonic scale. You then jump the finger down a string to the G7, pull off to G5, then D7 pulls off to D5, and then another D7 and pull off to D5. So it's, and then an A8. So if we go from that E5 to the end of the line, it goes. Bit faster. speed. So the whole line slowly goes. Bit faster. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's that line. On to the next line. Now we've got this. Okay, so we're going to go up to fret 12 on the A string. I'm going to use my third finger, and then my first finger is going to play the D10 and then the G10. So you got, then D12 pulls off to D10, then A12, back to the D10. So far you've got. Then use your third finger on D12 and slide up to D14, hearing both of those notes. So 12 and then 14. So you got. Then G12 with the first finger, back to the D14 with the third finger, then G12, G14, and then B13. So bar 7 slowly goes. Bit faster. Up speed. Into the next bar, and we've got. So for that, B15, I'm using my third finger, going to bend it up a tone. Then B15 normal, B13, B15, B13, and then another B13. So far you got. Then an E15, bend it up a tone. And then E15 normally, like without a bend. Then E13, B15 bend up, then play a normal B15, B13, and then a G14. So if we go from that E15, the bend goes a bit faster. So the whole of bar 8 slowly goes. Okay, so the whole line slowly. Up to speed. Okay, on to the next line. And it sounds like this. Okay, so it's a repeating pattern. So we're going to play the B13 with the first finger. Then third finger is going to go on the B15 and you're going to bend it up and down. So you got. And then you're going to play a B13 and I pull off to that. So play the B13, bend B15 up and down and pull off to the B13. I haven't written it as a pull-off because it just makes the line look really complicated, but I do it as a pull-off. And then we're going to play a G14. Okay, so you got this. And it's a bit weird timing that. Okay, and it does that 4 times in one bar. So you got. And there's 2 bars of that, and then another 2 hits of that. So you basically do that 10 times. So you've got 4 in the bar 9, 4 in bar 10, and then another 2 times in bar 11. Okay, so you've got. So 10 times. So it's a bit of a confusing amount. You could count it in your head, like when you're doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You notice that I found it hard to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I actually counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, just how my brain works, because in the bars. We then play a B13 and then an E15, which you're going to bend up a tone. So the whole line goes. Okay, so that will take probably a bit of practice to get up to speed. On to the next line, and we've got. Okay, so for that, E12, B15, E12, B15, and then B13, G14. So it goes. And then B13, B15, B13, and then a G14. So from the beginning of the bar up to that goes rest. Then another B13, B15, you're going to bend up a tone. I like to use my third finger. Then my little finger is going to play E15. And then I'm going to play going to the next bar and play the B15. Dropping it back down and pulling off to the B13 and then a G14. So from the beginning of the line up to there, you've got rest. Okay, up speed, rest. And then the next phrase. Which is a G19 bending up a tone, then B20, E17, B20 again, so, and then a G19 bending it up and bringing it back down, and then I pull off to the 17, or you could play it on that G string, and then a D19, G19, G17, D19, G17, and then bend up G19. So bar 14 and 15 goes. So the whole line slowly goes G4, rest. And then on to the last line, and we've got. Okay, so for this, we've got some big bends here. We've got G14, we're going to bend it up a tone and a half, so it sounds like this note here. Okay, so we're going to do 2 of those bends. And then a G14, G12, G14, G12, and I slide to G14. So go. And then another crazy bend. We're going to bend up the B6, sounding like 2 tones up. So it's going to sound like this. I struggle to hit it, but just do the biggest bend you can do. And then we've got, which is B6, B5, G7, G5, G7, G5, and then G7 bend up, and then a G5 followed by D7. So far in that line you've got rest. And then the last phrase goes, which is playing the 17th fret on the B string, and then E20 pull off to E17. So you've got, and it does it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then you play another B17 and then bend up E20. So that last phrase goes. But it's obviously quite quick. Up speed. Okay, so that's the last line. Hopefully it's all made sense. Let's try and play it all the way through nice and slowly. Here we go. So there you have it, that's the whole solo. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that guitar lesson and found it useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier. It really does help me out, as does giving me a like on the video, the thumbs up button underneath. Go and click that now. Press the notifications so you can see when my new videos come out. And I do read every single comment. So please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're from. I love to hear, like, you know, it's crazy that I'm making these videos from my home here in England and people are watching them around the world. So let me know where in the world you're from. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do really appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.